In the last video, we reviewed how vNIC templates can help us create and manage multiple vNICs in the environment. Now it's time to take a look at how we configure them in UCS Manager. As we might guess, we want to be on the LAN tab when we're creating vNIC templates. So let's go over to the LAN tab, and we're going to expand the Policies subcategory. And come down in the tree and find vNIC templates. So we want to right-click on that and say Create vNIC template. Now, keep in mind when we create vNIC templates that we usually want to create one per traffic type. So in this case, we'll make this a data traffic type. We'll call this data-template. That would just be like normal virtual machine data, or not iSCSI or live migration or anything. And we do need to create a vNIC template per fabric. So in this case, we'll call it fabric A, and we'll make another one after this for fabric B. If we didn't create one per fabric and we used this one template to spin up a bunch of vNICs, then they'd all be on fabric A, and that's not very redundant. So fabric A, we'll make a fabric B one next. We can enable failover. It's up to us. Depends on our policies, what we want to see there. And this is big, right? We have the concept of the initial template and the updating template. And as we discussed in the last video, updating templates will push any changes down to the individual vNICs when we make changes to the template, if we change the template itself. So, that's good in that, we need to add a VLAN. We would, add that VLAN to the vNIC template, and it would push it all down. But it's also bad in that, oops, I accidentally deleted a data VLAN, and that got pushed down to all of my vNICs. So we want to use it very cautiously. Let's just understand what we're configuring here. So we'll leave this as an initial template, and now we just need to add some VLANs. So let's just say we're going to add VLANs 10, 11, and 12. And let's say that the hypervisor isn't going to tag VLAN 10. That means it's the native VLAN. So we'd want to match that on the vNIC itself. From there, we can set the MTU. And in this case, if we wanted to use jumbo frames, we'd set that for 9,000. In this case, we'll just leave that as 1,500 for now. MAC address pool, because we're on Fabric A, we'll use the resource pool that we created for MAC addresses on Fabric A. And this is where we set our QoS policy. So in an earlier video within the skill, we defined some of these QoS policies. We'll set this to best effort. And that's it. We click OK, and our vNIC template has been created. Now let's quickly create one for Fabric B. It won't take us very long. We'll create data-template-b and pick Fabric B. We want to leave it as initial. I'll extend the same VLANs, make it native. Make sure that we specify the MAC pool as MAC B. QoS policy is the same, and we're done. Now we have Fabric A and Fabric B vNIC templates created. So how do we apply these to a service profile? Well, let's flip over to the Servers tab. That's where our service profiles are defined. And we are going to create a new service profile. So we'll right-click on Create Service Profiles, and we'll say Create Service Profile Expert. Now, for the sake of time, we're going to zip through this pretty fast. So quick name, hardware default, next, storage. Again, we're not going to cover any of this right now. Here's where we want to get to, is networking. So we want to click on Expert. Always want to do this. Click Add, and now we're adding a vNIC. So if we're not careful and we're not paying attention, we're going to go through all of this and do a lot of the same configuration that we did before. Fabric A, okay. Check the boxes for VLANs, etc. Grab a MAC address, and we're going to call this vNIC-data. And right here, use vNIC template is this small little checkbox. As soon as we check this, all the options go away because we've already defined them all. We pick which vNIC template we want to use. So in this case, template A. In fact, that makes me realize I need to come up here and specify that this is for Fabric A. And I click OK. And same thing, I'm going to add vNIC-data-b. And again, I could, I'm going to grab a MAC address from B and start picking VLANs. But oh, wait, no. I check the box, and I pick my vNIC template. And it's as easy as that. So from here, we continue to create the rest of our service profile configuration. At the end, we'd click Finish. And that is how we apply vNIC policies to create vNICs within a service profile. vNIC templates are created on the LAN tab. We go in there, and we set all of the configurations that we'd want to define for the individual vNICs. Now remember, we want to make a vNIC for A and for B, so we also need a template for A and B. From there, we apply it to a service profiles. Remember to check that little box so we have access to the drop-down, pick our vNIC template, and from there we finish configuring our service profiles. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.